This material is intended for adult audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. Welcome back, adventurers. You're listening to Tipsy Geeks Unite, where fandoms collide and drinks are always flowing.
I'm MissKate.
And I'm TabiiKat. Together, we're diving into the worlds of anime, games, streaming sagas, and all things geeky, with a boozy twist.
So grab your potion, power-ups, and let's get nerdy.
Cheers to Season 3. Let's roll.
Oh man, Tabii, it's Season 3. Season 3.
Ooh.
It's been a minute.
Oh my god. It has.
Life's been crazy. You got a new job. I got a new job.
You got a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah. I'm leaving to Germany in 24 hours. Just too much.
No big deal.
No big deal. I'm just flying to another country again. But no, thank you everyone for your patience and waiting for us. We realized that Season 2 was kind of a little out of sync, but we did finish Season 2 and we enjoyed it. So we thank you guys again for your love and support. And we are back with Season 3. Hopefully life has mellowed out for the both of us. We can be consistent with it, but we do have a lot of big topics for you guys this season. And the first one we are going to be talking about in this episode is K-pop Demon Hunters.
Yay!
And super excited for it. I'm going to be nerding the fuck out because I am a K-pop junkie. But before we get into the conversation of the K-pop daddies and mommies, Tabii, I know you haven't been feeling well, but what you sipping on?
I'm sipping on some ice water with a little lemon and lime juice in it, and sipping on some Pepto as well, because I've got an upset tummy.
We're balling it, boys. We're balling it. Nice. Well,
We are. We're balling over here.
We are hoping that you feel better soon. It's not fun being sick.
Thank you.
And I am sipping on a local distillery called Tumbler Root. It is a gin and tonic. After Tabii spent like 2 seasons talking about cocktails in a can, I finally got off my ass and bought some. I have Moscow Mules, I have vodka seltzers, and gin and tonics in the fridge. And I was like, you know what? Today's a gin and tonic kind of day. And it's pretty good. It's not sweet. I hate sweet drinks, and this hits different.
Good. It's like cocktail in the can can be good or it can go south.
Yeah, I had a whiskey sour, but it was apple pie flavor. Tasted like shit. It was horrible. Like in my mind I was like, you know what? That sounds pretty good. When I tasted it, was just completely disappointed. I actually didn't even finish them. I think I gave them away. They were really bad.
It's like they can sometimes taste really artificial when they're in the can, but when you find a good one, it hits.
Yeah, this Tumbler Root gin and tonic's pretty good. You gotta mix it. Like, don't shake the can, but like give it a nice little swirl, because if you open it, it's straight gin. I made the mistake of the first one, and I was like, "What is this? Just a straight can of gin? Jesus!" And my sister's like, "Give it a little whirl." Get a little whirl there, bud. And I was like, fucking Christ. But yeah, they're pretty good, but you gotta drink them pretty fast, because the carbonation in these cans, they go flat pretty fast, which is kind of disappointing.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I could sit here and chug, but we don't need wasted Kate, right? Just slightly tipsy. But yeah, let's hop into K-pop Demon Hunters. I watched this when it first released on Netflix, and it came out, June? You would think I'd have the date. It came out in June. I remember watching it right before 4th of July. I've watched it 3 times. 3 whole times.
I still can't believe it came out so recently. It feels like a little bit of time, but my TikTok, unfortunately I've been on TikTok more, with all my reels being either Date Everything, Claire Obscure, or K-pop Demon Hunter. And I'm happy to report the K-pop Demon hype is still going.
I mean, because it's good, and people should watch it. I had my reservations about it, but then when I saw it was being produced and written by actual Koreans and kind of like their background to it, I was like, all right, this is good. It's not gonna be It's not gonna be fucked like every other thing that's on Netflix. So I put a reminder on my Netflix to let me know when it was released, and I sat my ass down, full blast on the surround sound, and just and then I have not stopped listening to the soundtrack since. I think I've listened to the song Your Idol probably
Oh my
like
God.
500 times now. I'm one of those people that will listen to one song over and over and over again for a month straight and never get tired of it.
Which Your Idol is definitely the best song because it's the villain song, and the villain song, if it's a good villain song, it's going to be the best song in the movie.
We're team villain, man. Villains
Hmm.
are the goats. Okay, we're just gonna point it out there. But yeah, I was actually shocked. Someone like a month or so like before it was released was like, "Are you gonna watch K-pop Demon Hunters?" And I saw a teaser on TikTok, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And then I saw the boy group, the Saja Boys, kind of doing like a little dance. And I was like, "Yeah, I'm in," because Korean men, when they dance and sing, it just does something to me and my ovaries and my body.
I thought the trailer was it almost seemed too cringy to me, but I'm glad I gave it a chance because Soda Pop is a good song, but the worst part of it, not the best part of it, it's like the rest of it is good, but the worst part of it is the chorus, and that's what they show in the trailer.
What? You're my soda pop, my little soda pop. That's the best part. What you
No,
mean?
everything chorus is the best part. Okay,
The song is a banger, bro. It's so
it is a
good.
banger.
We'll get into the inspiration and kind of the history of some of the songs. So to give a little rundown on K-pop Demon Hunters, it's exactly what the title is. You have these a female group made up of Rumi, Mira, and Zoe, who are trained as demon hunters, and they create what's called the Honmun by singing. And what the Honmun does is it creates this I'm not going to say heavenly, but this protective barrier over basically Korea. We're just going to focus on the region from the demons. Demons love souls, okay? So, for generations, the groups, the demon hunters have always been groups of women who sing and fight demons in their pastime. So again, they're doing the Honmun. They're these big K-pop girl group, make bangers, look cute as hell, and kind of like my spirit animals, but we'll get more into that. But that's general the gist of K-pop Demon Hunters. It has a lot of really great choreography, singing, fight scenes, derpy moments, and some heartfelt moments, and of course, my favorite, romance. So, if you haven't checked out K-pop Demon Hunters, there's gonna be spoilers, so I suggest you go watch it now. So getting into it, K-pop Demon Hunters has a lot of Korean folklore in it.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get into the derpy tiger and
Yeah.
the magpie. But it was originally it's a musical, and I'm not really into musicals, few and far between, very picky. But I have been a K-pop fan since I was a child. I have grown up listening to J-pop, K-pop, and Chinese pop. That's my main source of music. I very rarely listen to music that's made by Western folk. Like, we'll just say English. I don't listen to a lot of like American pop or anything like that. I listen to a lot of Asian pop. And when I saw that this was being released, I immediately recognized some of the voices. But I also recognize some of the inspiration of the songs because some of the inspiration come from my favorite K-pop bands.
Because isn't someone from Twice voicing in this? I don't. So, Kate's she knows all the bands and stuff. I thought Twice is connected to this somehow.
Yes. So the voices of the speaking voices. We're going to have to switch between singing voices and voice actors. So the voice actors are actually Korean actors. For Rumi, it's Arden Cho, and her singing voice is EJ. EJ is she's actually a producer for huge K-pop female bands like Red Velvet, Card, Les Sephirim, aespa, who are like the hottest female K-pop groups now. For Zoe, the voice actor is Ji Young Yu, and the singing voice is Rei Ami. She is also Rei Ami is a singer. She's a solo singer and rapper, so she offers her singing voice. And the voice actress for Mira is Mei Hong, and the singing voice is Audrey Nuna. Audrey Nuna is a rapper and R&B, a Korean rapper and R&B star. So that's Huntrix. They make up Huntrix, which are our lady demon hunters. Now Twice, 3 members from Twice. I could try to pronounce their names. I'm not really good at Korean. But 3 members from Twice actually do cameos with some of the songs, like Takedown. Their song Strategy is featured in the film. So they offer their singing voices. So if you have Spotify, I don't know shit about Apple Music, but on Spotify you can get the K-pop Demon Hunters soundtrack. You'll see some Twice songs. So they have affiliation with Twice. And Twice is one of the biggest K-pop girl groups, and they're one of, not, I wouldn't say the oldest, but they've been around. They've been around for a while. I saw them when I was in England. So they're great. You also have a really big actress, Korean actress, who voices Celine, who's basically Huntress is a trainer, like kind of like sensei in a sense. She is voiced by Yoo-jin Kim, who's like I said, a huge Korean actress. I actually seen her in K-dramas before. I recognized her voice. I was like, I know where you're from. Her singing voice is from Leah Salaganga. I can't pronounce her voice, but she's a Broadway singer. There's a lot of Broadway singers in this film. So those are the female actresses and singing voices. Big names. So when we get into the Saja boys, my favorite, of course, is Jinyu. I love his speaking voice, the voice actor, because I watch him in a lot of K-dramas. His name is An Hyo Seop. Beautiful man, beautiful voice, incredible. His singing voice is from Andrew Choi. Andrew Choi is a singer and producer who also does a little bit of Broadway as well. Then we have Baby, who's the blue-haired rapper. His singing voice, he doesn't have a lot of speaking lines, is Danny Chung. Danny Chung, he wrote Soda Pop, and he's part of one of South Korea's biggest K-pop and just Korean entertainment group called YG, and he's part of a label called the Black Label, which is huge. It's got a lot of artists. Then we have Abs. Everyone knows Abs. I don't even have to say who this is.
Yes, Sangwon Cho.
Sangwon Cho is the voice actor.
Woo!
If you don't know who he is, you'd be living in a cave. His singing voice is Neckwave. Neckwave is also a vocalist and a producer. He contributes to a lot of different male K-pop groups. Mystery is the one that good old Zoe's in love with the purple hair that covers his face. His voice actor, who's absolutely a beautiful man as well, is Alan Lee. The singing voice is Kevin Woo. Kevin Woo is also kind of a producer. Alan Lee, who's the voice actor, is a former K-pop member for his band was called U-Kiss, and he is a K-pop. Kevin Woo is a K-pop Broadway star. Romance is the one with the pink hair. He is voiced by Joel Boster Kim. If you don't know him, look him up. Familiar face. His singing voice is from Samuel Lee. Samuel Lee is also a producer and solo singer as well. So a lot of big names. Really, really, really great casting here. I love them, and the reason why I really appreciate this movie and the producers and the writers for being Korean is when we go back to our episode of Blue-Eyed Samurai, the casting and voice acting choices still leave me a little questionable. I felt like they really embodied a great, great casting here in K-pop Demon Hunters. So that's kind of the general. Those are the voice actors and your singing voices for K-pop Demon Hunters. Now, what inspired K-pop? K-pop has been around for ages. Like I said, I've been listening to it since I was a kid. But it has really popped in the last, God, I think since, like, basically COVID started. K-pop just exploded. And it's actually, they're taking over the Western kind of territory, beating out Taylor Swift, all the big fucking names here that I don't give a shit about, that I don't listen to, but they're huge. And you know, some of the big K-pop groups that really inspired the group or this movie is bands like BTS, huge, one of the biggest K-pop boy groups in like history ever. You have a Tease, which is another boy K-pop group. EXO is huge. Everyone should know Stray Kids. If you don't know Stray Kids, they did a couple of songs for Deadpool Wolverine, which are bangers as well. If anyone ever needs K-pop reference or just like suggestions, you just hit me up. I got you. So it's really, they really focus on the K-pop kind of culture and how the music and like the choreography and just the looks are just huge. It's so perfect it hurts sometimes. So we start off with, you know, the Huntrix girls are on their way to their like final concert for their tour, and the plane's been hijacked by demons. The demons are trying to stop the girls from doing the hamyeon. I probably said that wrong. Stop the big thing of making a barrier, right? Because the Demon King, he's kind of dwindling because he's not getting access to souls, and he's like, well, we need to get these souls, bro.
Is it pronounced, for the Demon Hunter King, is his name pronounced Guima?
Guima. You don't say G's like Gui, they're like a hard ja. So Jama, something like that. J's in Korean, I know from, I used to study Korean because I was like, I'm going to move to South Korea and being an English teacher. G's are hard J's.
Okay.
So
Jima?
Something like that. We'll just go with that. That sounds better. So he's the big demon daddy. We'll call him the demon daddy. So like the girls, they do the hamyo. Why do I keep saying that wrong? They do the thing. We'll just say that. They do the thing. And it's kind of broken. So they like, it's not fully full because the part of being the demon hunters and being in a group together is harmony. And we later find out that Rumi, who is the main character of the group and of the movie, she's the powerful singing voice, is actually half demon. Mama was a demon hunter, Daddy was a demon.
So I'm raising my hand. So was it a demon or was it Jima that fucked her mother? She got down with the demons.
It's a demon. It's not the Demon King. It's not the big guy.
Okay.
It's a demon. And what that symbolizes, and what Rumi finds out when she meets Jinyu and the rest of the guys, Romance, Mystery, Abs, and Romance and Baby, they're just your typical fucking demons. They just want to fuck shit up, right? But Jinyu, he's got a soul to him. He has a conscience. He has more than just like, I need souls to feed my master. And so she realizes by being a half demon, meaning Jinyu, that some of these demons, you're either born or you're turned, right? And some of these demons are just like, we're kind of slaves. We're being controlled by the Demon King. Like, this shit sucks. we don't really want to do this, but we have basically no fucking choice. And she realizes, like, subtly, it doesn't really highlight it as much, that, like, not all demons are bad. Like, not all of them are, like, monsters, per se. And they're raised by, you know, they're basically they're mastered that all demons are fucking monsters. And her mom, Celine, knows of Rumi's secret because her mom, Rumi's mom, is Celine's sister. So she hides it from the fact, and she tells Rumi, do not tell Zoe and Mira. They will not accept you. That you, like, we have to keep this a secret. Like, it'll fuck everything up. And guess what? Keeping it a secret does what? Fucks it all up. Anyways,
disturbs the harmony. It disturbs the honeymoon.
You gotta be truthful, right? You gotta let it all out. So the Soja Boys, Jinyu comes up with this idea, like, well, let's beat them at what they're good at, singing. And they come out, and then the banger soda pop comes up, and the girls are like, oh my god, he's so hot, but they realize that they're demons.
And they're taking the fans.
And this all comes from when Rumi is starting to lose her voice, because they released a song called Golden, which is a banger. Yes.
Love Golden.
Banger is Golden is a banger. That she's not hitting these high notes. She's starting to lose her voice. And it's because, you know, you start learning throughout the movie that the harmony, and she's hiding something, and she's not embracing both sides. And so they start trying to hunt down the Soja Boys. They know that they're demons. They can see the markings on them, because the demons have distinctive marks. They kind of look like tiger stripes. Yeah, they kind of look like tiger stripes, or that engulf their body. And Rumi is always wearing, you know, turtlenecks and long sleeves to cover her markings, but they're kind of growing. They're expanding over her body, and
they're spreading as, like, the disharmony is being spread.
Yeah, and what's causing that is her shame and her guilt. She feels guilty. She feels shame because she's been kind of raised that demons are bad. And then what does that make her? You know? Mm-hmm. And so they're trying to find, like, this magical remedy, like this tonic that will fix her voice. And that's when they run into the Soja Boys. So they start hunting the Soja Boys, and they end up kind of in a battle in a bathhouse. And that's when Jinyu sees Rumi's secret. And instead of exposing her, he hides it from her. And he's telling the Demon King, like, oh, I know she's half demon. I'm gonna use her vulnerability against her. But he is more human than his counterparts, Baby Ab's Mystery and Romance. And they kind of start falling for each other. And she starts opening up to him. And she's like, hey, we can cure this. We can figure this out. Like, we could be free. And then song free.
Okay, I'm sorry, you can go ahead first.
No, go ahead.
I wanted to say something Okay, my hot take, Free is my least favorite song.
What? Free is really fucking good.
I told that to my roommate too, and they did not agree with me also. But that's my hot take.
I think my least favorite song is probably This Is What It Sounds Like. I don't really care. Like, I like that song, but
a big ending song.
Yeah, but it's not my favorite. Golden and Free, Take Down, How It's Done, those are bangers. Okay. What It Sounds Like. It's good. I don't hate it, but it's not my favorite. I love all the songs. It's just that one's just not particularly. I loved Free. I thought the duet with Jinyu, chef's kiss, bro. But I'm a Jinyu junkie. I'm biased. There's anything with Jinyu in it, I'm a fucking fan. He is fine as hell.
I'm kind of the opposite. I'm a Jinyu hater.
You know what? We're all different people. It's fine.
We have our differences.
Exactly. And so Jinyu and Rumi start really getting close. They fall in love. There is a cut scene where they both go on a date to the aquarium and they have a kiss, but that was cut from the movie.
Yeah, wasn't like it's supposed to be originally 2 hours long, and now
Mm-hmm.
it was cut down to an hour and a half.
Yeah, yeah, it was
Boo.
originally. Which, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of sick of fucking 2 hour movies. But at the same time, if it's a good fucking movie, I wouldn't mind 2 hours. I'm not mad that they cut that scene out, and I'm not like, if it's there, it's there. If it's there, if it's not there, I don't give a shit. It's still a good movie either way. So going through the story, he tells her, "Hey, I'll help you. We're gonna do this competition between me and you, like my group and your group, and then I'm gonna be like, yeah, fuck you, Demon King, suck my dick. Here we go." Well, he ends up
turn on his master.
Yeah, he ends up betraying her. And your idol,
shocker,
right? Your idol is actually written to Rumi. It's about Rumi, how he feels for Rumi, in a nutshell, in a villainous way. And so all the people, like, Huntrix kind of, like, they basically lose the competition. Saja boys are like, all right, it's time for the big fucking soul-sucking fest. The Hamoon is fucked. The girl, Mira and Zoe, find out what Rumi is, and they're, like, really butthurt with her, and she's just like, what the fuck? So she goes to Celine, and Celine's like, you have to make up with him. You can't tell him, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, you know what? Rumi's like, fuck you, fuck this Hamoon. And I'm like, tell her, bitch. Fucking, Celine, you get fucking slapped in the face with these hands. Rated E for everybody. I didn't like Celine. I didn't like her at all. I thought she was a shitty fucking aunt. I'm gonna put that.
That's valid.
100%.
She is not. I mean, if you have a working brain, you can already see what the issue is from the very beginning.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, you gotta conceal, you gotta be perfect, which is very, I'm sure you know about the K-pop industry, which is like in conjunction with the meaning of the movie. Let all of yourself be true. Be true to yourself, all of yourself.
100%. And so...
But no, Celine. Celine's my most hated character.
100%.
Jinu's after that.
Yeah, well, we'll get into why you don't like Jinyu, but let's finish the synopsis of the story. So, like, Rumi, like, confronts Celine and the whole thing, and she walks into the stadium where everyone's like, the Saja boys are doing Your Idol, which is fucking fire choreography, whole atmosphere, chef's kiss. Walks in and starts singing, "This is what it sounds like." And then suddenly Mira and Zoe are like, "Oh my god, you've been keeping this and you were scared and shameful, but really you're still like the same Rumi that we know. You're just like half demon. It's not your fault." It's really not Rumi's fault. She was born half demon. Blame her fucking parents. Okay, if you're gonna blame anybody, blame the fucking parents for fucking hooting and hollering in each other's beavers and dams and stuff. But, so that happens. She gets empowered. They start fighting the demons, and Rumi hits Jinyu because when they're singing the song "Free," she kind of gets a bracelet from an old woman, and she gives it to Jinyu, and Jinyu's wearing it because the tiger, Derpy Tiger, which we'll talk about in a little bit, gives Jinyu the bracelet right before he's about to perform in the stadium. And Jinyu was like, you know what, you can have my soul. I already gave it to you. And he sacrifices himself from the Demon King to save Rumi and all of South Korea and allow them to make the Hamoon. And there we go. That's the story. That's it. Kaput. Zero, that's the story in a nutshell. Very simple. And I'm going to say this right from the get-go before we get into, like, our favorite characters, our least favorite characters, the kind of the mythology of Derpy Tiger and Magpie. I'm going to say this right now. I enjoyed K-pop Demon Hunters for its simplicity. Was I going and expecting, like, all this in-depth shit? Because I've had conversations with people. Why didn't they go more into the lore? This... When you read the interviews and conversations with the director and the producer of K-pop Demon Hunters, they didn't know if this, like, how big this was going to be. what
Yeah, it
they
was a gamble.
it was a gamble, and they went into it. They're like, let's just make something fun, and it was fun. When I watched it, I knew I was gonna like it because I love K-pop. I had fun. The animation was beautiful. I love the quirkiness when the girls are eating the ramyun on the planes, when they're on the couch, stuffing their faces with all their snacks and stuff. And just there's a lot of comedy, there's a lot of wholesomeness, there's a lot of feeling into it, and it's simplified and it's good. Sometimes people just want to watch something fun. You don't need to put
Yeah,
intricate fucking complex storylines to have something that's just fun to watch. So
like
that's what I wanted to say about that, because
mhm.
I've had so many discussions with people like, there's plot holes, and why didn't they go into Jinyu's lore, and why didn't they do this? Like, it's like they went into a little bit of Jinyu because they were starving him, his sister and his mom were starving. He made a deal with the Demon King, got into, because I almost said a Japanese fucking sorry I'm in anyways, he's a musician. He gets into the court, royal palace, whatever, as a musician, and he abandons his sister and his mom, and he lives with that guilt, and his deal with getting the souls from the Demon King is to have his memories erased. And and the thing is about Demon King controls the demons with their shame and their pain and their fear. Like when you listen to the lyrics of Your Idol, it says, I'm the only one that knows your sins, and give me your desires, hide your shame. Like, I'm not gonna read the fucking lyrics word for word, but that's how the demon controls, is your pain and your shame and your fear. So I think them keeping it just simplified, fun. It's fun for all ages. Anyone can fucking watch this and have a good time.
Hmm.
I thought it was great, and I fucking hope they make more. But anyways,
They are. They
back.
are.
Yep, they are.
At
I'm
least this might be rumor, but I heard the next one's coming out in 2028, which is forever, but that's what
Hey,
animation.
I'm fine with that. Let them cook. Let them cook.
Yeah, let them cook.
Anyways, that's what I wanted to say before we get into our favorite characters and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
I'll get into the mythology. Did you have something to say, Tabii?
Yes. Raising my hand again. I wanted to say that this was something I watched after beating Claire Obscure, and that will be a different episode that I'll be talking about. But after after that fucking game, which is beautiful and amazing and so fucking depressing,
Mm-hmm.
this was exactly what the doctor ordered for after just consuming Claire Obscure
Mm-hmm.
like for the last few months. Like this movie was just I just wanted fun. And this movie gave me fun and I had a great time. And I came out of the movie feeling a little more positive about life.
Exactly.
So
It's
it's just a
yeah.
fun movie. It's fun, it's nice, it's a good time.
It's a palate cleanser.
It
I
is.
I got, I was, when this came out, I was going through, I just got a really good job. I was in the process of getting my house back to myself. I'm a solo liver now. No more roommates. Yay.
Yay.
But, for me, the last year, I've lost 2 pets, gone through terrible jobs. It was, and so, like, my mind was just like, I'm still in the mindset. Like, I want fun things. I want palate cleansers. I want to be happy. I don't want to have to think. I don't want to have to, feel like I got to keep up with, like, this fucking huge storyline quest shit. I just wanted something that I can literally watch and zone the fuck out and enjoy. Like, and this is exactly what I wanted. It has my favorite style of music. And it was very well done. It's not fucking, the animation was good. I was surprised with the animation. I was like a little worried about it, but it was so beautifully done.
Oh, after I know they had the airplane scene available on YouTube to watch
Mm-hmm.
with the first song. And after seeing that, I was like, oh, this is going to be a fun movie. I need to watch this. Because the trailer really made it seem more like corny and maybe not for me.
Hmm.
But after seeing that first scene, I was like, I'm in. I'm sold.
Yeah, and that's I think that's the thing is like when I saw the trailer, I mean, I was sold right away because of the Saja boys. I didn't care about the girls, but I actually liked I liked Huntrix. I actually liked them because when I do listen to K-pop, I listen to more male singers than I do female.
Hmm.
I do listen to a lot of female, but I listen to more to male because I just I'm a woman, a heterosexual woman who likes men. I mean, the bias is there. But I also just like their music a little bit better than the girls because it can be a little like bubblegum pop for me to a certain extent. But I thought it was a fun movie. And do I want more from these particular characters? No, I'm
Yes.
happy with what I
No,
got.
I want more. Okay.
I if they continue with if they make another movie and they focus like on another set, I'm okay with that. If they delve more into the Huntrix and Saja boys now, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with where they go. I'll be open to it.
I think the Sasha boys are done. I don't know.
I mean, they're probably cooked, but you never know. They can write some crazy shit. We don't. People are crazy, bro. Like
I would like them to delve more into Mira and Zoe because Mira was my favorite
Oh, I love Mira,
Huntrix girl.
and I love Zoe, but I loved Mira was my
I
favorite.
yeah,
It goes for
I
me.
love them all.
Yeah. So before we get into our favorite, let's get into a little bit of like mythology, some folklore. So one of my biggest, like the two biggest characters for me, minus Jinyu and Rumi, was the Derpy Tiger and the Magpie.
I love
Immediate,
that his official name is Derpy Tiger.
yeah, and actually, so I'm gonna give you a little backstory to his character. So there's a particular art style in Korea, and it's called, sorry if I pronounce this right, it's minhwa, which was popular during the Chosun era, and it specializes in images of tigers, magpies, and pine trees. And usually you hang these images up around the new year. And the tigers keep evil at bay while the magpies would deliver good news. So that's kind of the folklore of the tiger and the magpie. So they they always painted the tiger very derpy, and they nicknamed the tiger, like the literal translation in Korean is idiot tiger. And it's always painted with like foolish eyes. It looks kind of derpy. And then in contrast, the magpie is always positioned over the cat, and it represents common folk.
Like that's what I heard this. Okay.
Yes.
I'm glad I was correct listening to this.
And it adds the goofy and comedic kind of relief to some of the very kind of heartfelt scenes between Rumi and Jinyu. So
They were definitely needed, I think. It was
oh,
good.
and they added, I mean, the scene where he's trying to stand the flower pot up, but it keeps falling down. I was
Oh,
like,
that's how when you know immediately, like, oh, this guy just has nothing on
you
between
know,
those eyes.
and then when Rumi asks Jinyu, like, what's with the hat? And he's like, actually, the hat's for the tiger, but the bird keeps taking it. Like, the color, he's blue. Everyone was like, why, people were asking why is he blue? It's just to give a magical feel, is what, the artist said, the production
Yeah,
designer.
he's like
Yeah.
demon. He's from the demon world, whatever.
And you would think, like, why is a magpie and a tiger with the demons when they represent preventing evil? And the thing is the tiger and the magpie symbolize Jinyu. They're paired with Jinyu. Jinyu is not evil per se. He was put in a very shit position. He made a choice. He's living with the consequences. I hear a cat. Hello, kitty.
It's Missy. It's on my lap.
Hi, Missy. But the cat wards off the evil, and the magpie, Jinyu was not. He was common. He was of the common folk. So I think I feel like that is the symbolism of the derpy tiger and the magpie with Jinyu. So that's a little brief mythology and folklore. Um, the magpie, we call uh, its its name is called Sussy. Sussy and
And
Derpy.
really?
Mm-hmm. Sussy and Derpy.
Wow. Okay, I did not know the magpie's name.
And it's a terrestrial bird, but it doesn't have two eyes. It has all the different eyes, and that's just because it kind of lives in the underworld, and it's paired with demons. It's kind of a mythological bird, but it's a magpie. Um,
I like him.
he's
I like
cute.
them both.
They're
He
bo-
is cute.
they're both great. Um, so that's kind of the mythology and folklore. Now, another thing too that's brought up that if people don't know what Korean entertainment like, it is cutthroat. They are shitting out fucking K-pop groups all the fucking time. And the thing about this is people who are K-pop stars are not usually found on the streets. They go to a K-pop school where they learn how to sing, they learn how to dance, they learn how to
Well, there's
basically
many
act.
of them, right?
Yeah, there's many of them. They learn how to act, how to talk, and a lot of them are they are Korean, but some of them are mixed race. They're Australian Korean, they're Japanese Korean, they're Chinese Korean. There's a lot of Chinese, famous Chinese actors who have tried to get into K-pop groups but failed. One of a big Chinese actress, her name's Bai Lu. Love her. Watch all her Chinese romance dramas. Great actress. Actually wanted to be in a K-pop group, but she didn't fit the cut. So she's a huge Chinese actress. But there's a lot of people you have to apply to these. They're kind of like boot camps. And one of the big
Well,
things. Go ahead.
sorry, they take them out of school early and put them in these rigorous
Sometimes,
boot camps, right?
yeah, sometimes the situations differ. Some of them leave schools to join. Some of them, their parents are just like go. Some people drop out. It just depends. But it's very cutthroat. It's very competitive. And one of the biggest things with these K-pop groups, and these schools and these entertainment is you work horrific hours. You are so controlled, not from just like what you eat, how you dress, but how you act. Can you have a boyfriend? Can you have a girlfriend? And a huge thing that's scary too about being these K-pop superstars is Korean fans and I'm going to say Asian fans. This is what I've read on the news. Other races and cultures can be the same, but a lot of these people they have to hide their personal lives because if their fans find out, they turn into crazy stalkers and try to kill them, send them hate mail. Weight's a huge issue. One of the Twice members, she's not a twig. She is a curvy girl. And she's actually one of the singing. She contributes her voice to some of the singing, some of the songs in the K-pop Demon Hunter soundtrack. She was getting a lot of hate mail for her weight, and I mean these girls already look like fucking twigs. Like, I don't think I could fit my wrist into one of their fucking shirt sleeves. Like, I'm gonna be real.
It's ridiculous.
And that's what you see in K-pop Demon Hunters when they're on this break. The Huntrix girls are on a break. They start shoving fucking food in their faces.
They start shoving food not even before their break when they're on the plane, right before their concert.
Ramen is empty calories. I'm just gonna say that. I could eat noodles every day, single day.
Well, they're eating chips and like bibimbap or whatever that log is.
Yeah, you're pretty much right. Yeah, you're right. But like the thing is like it's in the real world, it's heavily controlled. Like they usually don't get around, and what caught like it's really sad that a lot of members of these K-pop groups actually commit suicide. They're depressed. They don't get to see their family. They don't get any breaks. All they do is work. All they do is this. And so some of them die young. Some of them die young from being overworked. They're exhausted. And it's unfortunately, I don't want to call it a trend, but it's more common than not, and which is very, very kind of scary. And, once they hit a certain threshold in their age and their career, the group either disperses and they can go solo. Some of them become actors, or just some of them just become ghosts. People forget about them. So that's a huge thing. And there's a lot of K-pop members who've actually left their groups at the height of, like, at the peak of their fandom to go be actors because they're like, I'd rather be a fucking actor than in a K-pop group. Because one, it kind of pays better, and two, they have more freedom. So you see that a lot in that culture. And a huge one of the biggest K-pop girl groups right now is called New Jeans. They just lost a lawsuit for wanting to have control of what they do with their jobs, like events, what, you know, songs that they sing, things like that. Which was it's kind of a huge loss on them, but they signed a contract. So there's that. So as much as K-pop culture is very glamorized and kind of like, oh, this is so beautiful and perfect, there's a lot of dark side to it. So let's keep that in perspective. But anyways, I'm just gonna dive that's where I'm gonna end there with like background, folklore, everything on K-pop culture. Either way, K-pop is fucking sensational, and I love it, and God bless these fucking people.
Guys, I keep seeing posts on social media about how Huntrix is so unrealistic, and no one would be like, K-pop stans would hate them because they're like they're mingling with a male band.
Yep.
And there's like, it's like the fans wouldn't be doing that.
Nope.
Be shipping them together.
Nope.
And
they wouldn't
like
do
that. They're like gorging themselves on food before a concert.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
and also how much money do they have that they have a jet that they can just like, it just breaks and it's like not a big deal for them. They just skydive down without any parachutes from like,
I mean, they are demon hunters with magic
Yeah.
abilities, so let's just keep that in perspective.
I guess they're just like demigods, I guess.
They have fancy abilities. We'll just leave it at that. But I mean,
they must have so much money.
In the movie, probably. I mean, they're the biggest female K-pop group. I mean, when you see the standings,
by a large margin.
You see other big female K-pop groups on there, and Twice is on there. They beat Twice.
Yeah.
I mean, in reality, K-pop groups they do make money, but it's like, do they ever get to spend it? Now, one of the biggest girl K-pop groups right now, and it's been around for a while, is called Blackpink. And a lot of the girls went solo for a while, and they're back together. There's Jennie and Lisa are the biggest ones compared to the other two. Don't ask me the names of the other two. I probably know. I just don't remember. I just know Jennie and Lisa because they're all over fucking TikTok. They do a lot of collaborations with like Dua Lipa, Doja Cat, Childish Gambino. I listen to all those songs, so that's how I know. And you know, I know Lisa has like her own private jet, you know, and like I said, it comes to a point in their career once they can start doing these solo things. Like when you first start out, you're basically a fucking slave. You do exactly what you're told to do, when, where, how, what, whatever. It's not till you hit a like certain threshold and you're out of your contract that you can actually start doing your own shit. So, you know, how much are these people making? I don't know. Like, you know, it just
zillion.
I don't think they make as much as like Taylor Swift and like those other names make. But the thing is I feel that K-pop versus like Western music, and this is my hot take and this is my personal opinion. I listen to the radio when I'm with my sister because my sister doesn't listen to a lot of like Korean music. My sister's an EDM like fucking thought music kind of girl.
I'm so sorry.
We're all different, you know. I love my sister. Love you, Beth. But
my condolences.
I mean, sometimes she'll put some bangers on. She'll put some Russian EDM, and I'm like, all right, this goes hard. But that's like when we're at the gym. Like, I wouldn't listen to that on my own free time. But that's a different story. Where was I going with this? Anyways, like, for me, I feel the Korean language is beautiful. It flows so well when it's spoken, when it's sung. And when like I said, I listen to a lot of J-pop and like Chinese pop, Korean R&B, rap, like anything Asian like that, I listen to it. Koreans, they found the formula, they cooked, and they know how to do it well. And Japan, I listen to a lot of Japanese groups that try to do the Korean thing, same with Chinese. I fangirled more over Korean boy pop bands than I did for American. Like, I'm gonna keep it to you straight. I grew up with Backstreet Boys and
Like in the
NSYNC.
90s? Yeah.
Yeah, I grew up with Backstreet Boys and NSYNC. I was more of a Backstreet Girl fan. Um, anyways, uh, but I feel like the sex appeal, the way, like, I'm really big on movement. Their voices, like, how the fuck do they get voices like that? Like, Jesus, what the fuck? Like, I'll listen, like, Felix from Stray Kids, I look at him and he's, like, the most beautiful fucking male I've seen that wears, that, like, has that type of aesthetic. And then I hear his voice and I'm like, what the fuck? Huh? It's deep, it's husky, it's raspy. And I'm like, how did that voice come out of that kid right there? Like, Jesus Christ.
Well, should, like, do you have any opinions about, like, would you say the Saja Boys are presenting archetypes for, like,
Oh,
Korean
oh
boy
yes.
bands?
The girls represent an archetype. So do the Saja Boys. Huntrix, most girl K-pop groups are either 4 to like 10, and being 3 kind of rare. But you have your rapper, you have your main vocalist, and then you have like a side vocalist. That's the archetype.
Well, I'm thinking like with Baby, like who's obviously infantilized in the movie, but also has the deepest voice in the group.
Yeah, so
And
I
like,
think Saja Boys. So right now, with a lot of K-pop male groups, right now, you have that kind of mesh of, you have one with a super deep voice that does all the rapping and the talking, and then you have the one with the sultry voice, kind of, and then like the others that have semi-sultry voices, etc. That Saja Boys represents a lot of what the male K-pop groups are now. Like,
mhm.
example, Stray Kids, BTS. You have a Tease. You have Tomorrow and Together. You have there's NC7. EXO is a big one. God, the list goes on. Anyways, you have a lot of, the Saja Boys are like quintessential what a male K-pop group is now. Between the changing of like verses between different members, the deep sultry voice like Baby, you have Abs, who's just like the pretty boy, and then you have mystery and romance. That exists in the male K-pop culture, like groups that exist now, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I like it. You get to pick your favorite. and it's,
I guess it was the same with the 90s,
exactly,
Backstreet
like
Boys and
when you,
NSYNC and
yeah,
everybody.
yeah. When I look at like NSYNC, JT was the main singing voice, and then you have I don't remember their names. Lance. What the fuck?
I don't remember either.
They're gone in the past.
They're old
Unfortunately,
like us now.
right? I still, when their songs came on, I'm like, all right, bye, 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 bye. Yeah, I'll jam out to it when it pops up. Don't go out on my way to listen to it. But they did, Korean K-pop male groups, I'm just gonna say male groups, did what I'm just gonna say American boy groups, but better, like, by a landslide. Like, let's be real, like, they're good at it. They're really fucking good at it. And when I was thinking to myself the other day, what are some American female groups? The only one I could ever fucking think of was Pussycat Dolls. That was it.
What's that one group that's like multi-diversity? Where's that big diversity group? That female group? I forget their names. Was that American based? Are they American Baby? I don't know.
I only know a Pussycat
You know what I'm
Dolls,
talking
bro.
about?
Nope. I only know Pussycat Dolls, and I didn't listen to them. I only knew of them because they were a meme. That was
I
it.
mean, they're big right now.
I don't know
But people
any
don't call
groups
them
right
a
now.
K-pop group
I don't know.
because
I don't know any Western female pop groups that exist right now, so that's gonna be news to me. But I can tell you, the female K-pop groups, they can get it. Some of them can fucking get it. Like, I'm like, all right, bro. Like, my favorite female K-pop group other than Twice is, like, I like 50/50. 50/50 is a good group. aespa's a good group. Less Sessafarum is good. Red Velvet's good.
it's on the tip of my tongue.
It's gonna drive you crazy, isn't it?
It's gonna drive me crazy. K-pop
She's Googling it
inspired.
now.
I am, girl group. Like they have so many.
That's
what are they?
Watch, you're gonna find it after we finish recording, and it's gonna be funny as hell.
Oh, of course, because they're everywhere. They're everywhere. Is the group that has what is Menon? What in
Processing.
I don't know what group you're in. Cat's Eye. Cat's Eye.
Never heard of them ever. This is the first I've heard.
They're like super big.
I listen to the same like 50 songs over and over, Tabii. Like I don't. The only time
they're based in Los Angeles. Okay.
No idea who they are. Never heard of them. I might check them out, but to be honest, like when I get new music is when I'm like, you know what? What's on my Discover Weekly, which is like twice a month.
Yeah, the members are from the Philippines, South Korea, Switzerland, and the United States. Cat's Eye is often described as the global girl group. And they came out with Gnarly, which is like a new song that's popular. I listen to it. I hear it on TikTok.
I'll have to check it out after this. That's news to me. I listen to mostly male than female. Female it has to pop up where like in a random playlist, and I'm like, all right, I can fuck with this. But mostly, I look at male K-pop groups. That's my thing, and Korean artists. Like that's where it's at because I like the eye candy and the sweet, sexy voices that like help me sleep at night.
I'll share the song. I'll shoot you the song that
right.
You probably have heard, but okay. Sorry.
All right.
On a tangent.
All right. So getting into our favorite characters, of course, I love Jinyu. Jinyu is bae. He can fucking get it. He's Dreamboat. But like I said, Derpy, Tiger, and Sussy were like just chef's kiss. They were fucking icing on the cake for me. I absolutely loved them. I liked Zoe. And Mira's my favorite. Rumi was good. I low-key kind of like love-hate Abs. Like Abs is comedic, but also he's fucking annoying.
I will say I do like Abs just because of Sungwon Cho.
Sungwon Cho does such a good job with Abs. Like, and he does such a good job. It's just like
I wish he could have had more lines.
Right? But Abs was just like anytime his like abs popped out and all the girls are like, ooh, and I'm like, here we go.
He's like, that one's always looking at me.
What were you? So I need to know, why don't you like Jinyu?
Because he left his mother and sister behind to live in the royal palace. He didn't know that to begin with, but when you're going to make a deal with a demon, you should probably know that something bad's gonna happen. But
yeah, like if you're at a loss where you're starving, life sucks, like are you gonna have the moral and like the actual rationality to like think that far? I don't. I can tell you right now, I'm not. There's like situations where I'm like, at this point in time, I'm gonna do this, and then like we go fast forward into the future, I'm like, God damn it. But like at that point in time, my brain was not fucking firing all fucking pistons at the same time. It was like, we got one right now, brother. We got one going on. This is what you got. Roll with it, baby girl. We get through this. And honestly,
we got her.
I feel bad for Jinyu. Like, could he have done better? Absolutely fucking lootly. But like at that point in time, like I don't know.
And then when he first meets Huntrix with the Sasha boys, and they do, I actually, when you go onto TikTok and everyone's rating their favorite songs from the movie, no one puts in that Korean song that's obviously making fun of K, where it's in all in Korean. When Rumi falls down when she's holding the box of
Oh, that
like
one.
juice.
Well,
Yeah.
they're rating the songs that the Huntrix and Saja Boys actually did, not the songs that were included from other K-pop groups.
Was it from a different? Was it
Mm-hmm.
not Genu?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Well, I really like that song. And it's really the scene is really funny because Genu's being an asshole to Rumi and he doesn't help her up when she falls and he's the
She's
reason she falls.
competition. She's competition, bro. She's competition.
You're just a Genu simp.
She's competition. I'd be rude as fucking petty as hell too. And then if I fell in love, I'm one of those girls that when I like somebody, I'm like stupid. I'm just like, you know what, you're dumb, but I like you. But you're still dumb. But I also think you're cute. I'm one of those. Like, I'm very awkward. And like Jinyu is just very awkward. Like, granted, I probably would have helped her up, but at the same time, like, yeah, I'm gonna help you up, but you
Human
suck.
decency.
I know.
And also he betrays her at the end in like the worst way. Like
Yeah, but
he
he's literally what's more important, like for him it was like he kind of lost hope because she started losing hope. But at the same, like the other thing too is like the pain, and the damn. Would you become cutthroat, bro? Tabii used to be. Listen, listeners. Tabii used to be a fucking softie. She's hood as fuck now, and I'm the softie. We have completely switched.
I am a girl's girl. I stand with my girls. I do not stand with the Saja boys.
I stand with Saja boys. I don't give a fuck. I will admit that I am biased, but I mean I thought that the portrayal of Ruby, Zoe, and Mira was very well done. Like they weren't because typical. Like I'm gonna admit, like one of the reasons why I don't listen to a lot of female groups is because I just don't like the girly. Like oh my god, like I fucking hate that. I like some bitches that fucking are down as fuck. I like a bad bitch.
Like,
and
I
Zoe,
like their chemistry.
And their chemistry was good. And, like, I felt like they were really easy to relate. Because, like, there's days where I'm like, I shouldn't eat this bag of chips, but fuck it. Or when I want to, like, when I'm with my sister and I just want to cry about how much I love her, I'll cry with her and hug her. And I'm not a touchy-feely person. And me and my sister will, like, kind of like hug each other. It's a very awkward hug and we'll like get a little teary-eyed. So I felt that but like they were just I liked the camaraderie with the girls. That it was nice to see because a lot of the TikToks and like YouTubes and like just articles I've read about K-pop girl groups is like sometimes they fucking hate each other.
Yeah.
And it's really sad because I'm like you're in a fucking group together. Make it work. Like if you, and the thing is they don't really have they really don't have a choice because like you don't get to pick the girls you're in a fucking group with. Some like rich fucking Korean billionaire fucking producers like you and you and you're like who the fuck are you?
Yeah. And it could just be like one could spoil the bunch. I mean the experience for everyone else.
Exactly.
And so chaos, but
yeah. And it's unfortunate, but that's just the nature of the industry. But you know, I see why you don't like Jinyu. I get it. I'm gonna defend him because he's my boy. But
and
you know,
it's fine. It's fine that you love him, and I can understand a lot of people love Jinyu. My favorite characters, I said Mira already, and of course, Sussy Magpie and Derpy Tiger. But I loved Bobby. He was such a wonderful surprise.
Yes. He was fun because he, instead of being like a shitty, like kind of like assistant manager kind of person, he was just like, all right, girls, I'm going to take care of you, but we also got to work. But like he's the manager that people dream of having. He's not a slave driver.
There's no manager like that in real life.
No, but not at all.
And he takes 3%. And it's like, and he's okay with like all the bullshit he has to go through for these girls. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
it's like, how much are you getting for 3%? Like to put up with all this.
Exactly. Exactly.
And like, oh my God, like when Rumi was going through, when she took the girls out of vacation early, that concert, like the
Mm-hmm.
next day, and then just bailed on it immediately. Like, if I was their manager, I'd be so fucking pissed. And Bobby's just like cool as a cucumber
He
over
was.
here.
I loved him. He
And
was so
he's voiced
chill.
Ken Jeong.
Mm-hmm.
Ken Jeong, I'm not pronouncing that correctly.
Close enough.
Who I love Ken, like Ken Jeong or whatever. Sorry. I love him as a comedic actor. I love his backstory, just as a person. His
The
backstory.
casting was
I love
just
his.
so good. The casting was just it fit, and that's why I love this movie so much. Is because the voice actors fit the fucking role. Because it's like Baldur's Gate. The voice actors for the roles fit so well because it was them in some shape or form. It was them, and that's how I felt. So why I feel so strongly for the voice acting in this movie compared to Blue Eyed Samurai. The voice acting, it was them. It just
Mhm.
it felt natural. It felt good. And I'll
They
die on
must
this
have
hill.
spent. I wouldn't. I wonder how much they spent on voice acting out of the budget because when it's just the movie is so beautiful with the CG and the voice acting cast is top notch. And then you get to the end credits and it's like, oh, they used up all their budget.
They did a good job. And I mean,
Yes.
it's taken the world by storm. I mean, the Saja Boys have beaten BTS, and BTS is the number one selling K-pop male group in the world.
Hmm.
Like, not even Stray Kids or EXO or any of those other groups that are huge can beat BTS. And the fact that Saja Boys have beaten them, Huntrix is up there. Like, it's insane, and it just shows you, like, they fucking cooked. And Netflix, I fucking usually hate you, but I'll give you this one, you sons of bitches. I give you this one, fucking banger.
It was good choice that time, and because Leo came out at the same time as this with Disney, everyone's like bashing on Disney again
Fuck
for
Disney. Fuck Disney. You know what, Disney? Hot take. You ruined fucking Lilo and Stitch. Suck my dick. Fuck
oh
you,
my
Disney.
God. Yeah, that's a different story, but yes, Disney has been straight up ass for a
For
long time
real,
now,
dude.
and
For real.
they don't even realize it, but this is could be, but you don't want to take risks. So go fuck yourself,
And
Disney.
for real, one of my homies showed me a video. We're sidetracking, but I feel like you guys need to know this. Showed me a video of this reviewer, this YouTube reviewer for Lilo and Stitch, and the way she breaks it down, and like, I legitimately was shook because Lilo and Stitch is my mom's favorite Disney movie, and I loved Lilo and Stitch. It's one of my favorite Disney movies.
Yeah, it's a lot of
And
people's favorite Disney movies.
what they did Disney did to it, that is a fucking embarrassment. Like, I'm not even gonna bring up Snow White, Beauty and the Beast, whatever other fucking live action like horrifying like fucking atrocities they've made. They massacred my boy. And the fact that like fucking shark alien daddy isn't in the new Lilo and Stitch,
I know. Thank you.
get the fuck out. You lost me with that, my guy. You didn't put
Captain Bantu
you didn't put
is a treasure.
right. He is a fucking treasure, and he's hot. And I will die on this hill.
Yeah.
I will die.
on that hill
I will
too.
die on this fucking hill. And you fucking took him out because you wanted to give more emotional fucking room, and then you fucking send Lilo's sister to go study marine biology in California and put her sister in foster care. She lives in Hawaii. That is a perfect place for marine biology. What you mean? Anyways,
Yeah. Like, isn't one of the largest marine biologies
also
in the country there?
where the fuck is Ohana, bitch? Anyways, that's a tangent on Disney. Fuck you, Disney. But like, I don't think Netflix is any better, but I'll give them K-pop Demon Hunters. They get one. They're still in the negative with me, but they get 1. And
Okay.
I enjoyed it. And if, like I said, if you guys need some K-pop, suggestions, you know where to find me. I listen to it on the daily. It is what I wake up to, what I go to sleep to. It's my shit. I don't think I have anything else to say about K-pop Demon Hunters. I could sit here and talk about K-pop music, but that's that's gonna be a messy one. Overall,
Sorry.
10 out of 10 for K-pop
Yes.
Demon Hunters, and I expect disappointment from the second one, and I also expect a pleasant surprise. As long as they give me some banger ass songs like Your Idol, I'm good.
I feel like Maggie Kong has still a lot left in the tank. I don't think they left her writing skills on empty after the first, especially with all they cut. They cut a lot.
And I think, let her cook. 2028, people say it's far away. We're already more than halfway done with 2025, so shut the fuck up.
Oof.
Like,
all right.
When you get over your 30s, time just moves a lot faster than you want it to.
It does. Certainly does.
All right, Tabii. Any closing remarks? Because I'm going to go listen to Your Idol for 2 hours straight now.
I'll just say that you can crush on Genu, and I'll crush on Bobby.
Team Bobby and Team Genu. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. Thank you for a great episode. We are going to see you in the next episode where Tabii gives us the fucking rundown on Claire Obscura Expedition 33.
I'm ready to be in more pain.
That's all right. I'll drink to your pain.
Thank you.
All right. Over and out.
Bye.
And that's a wrap on this episode of Tipsy Geeks Unite.
Thanks for geeking out with us. We hope your drink was strong and your fandom stronger.
Don't forget, you can find us on all major podcast platforms, now on YouTube as well.
Whether you binge us in the car, at the gym, or during your next dungeon crawl, we're just a click away.
Like, subscribe, and leave a review if you enjoyed the ride. It helps more adventurers find their way to our campfire.
Until next time, keep your mana full, your opinions hot, and your geek flag flying.
Cheers, nerds!
Cheers, nerds!